Hello, my name's Michelle and I'm from What's Your Story Employability Skills course. We're doing a documentary today about women and their struggles with childcare and working. Okay, Helen, do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have two children. I was applying every jobs like they don't take particular hour or particular shift, so you have to be flexible. Almost everywhere you have to be flexible. That's affected a lot. Childcare in this country is like quite expensive, so you cannot afford to pay for the children. So it's better to stay home and look after your children.
Because of my daughter, the younger one, she's 3 now. Since the day I've given birth to her, I've not been working the kind of work that I want to do because there's no way I can, when I want to go to work, I consider her because the cost of the childcare is expensive. If I consider putting her in the childcare or in the nursery, we are going to pay because she's not up to the age of going for free. I prefer to stay with my children for the early years. So when they start the full-time school, then I will look for the job. I know by then they can do after school. I will have enough time to work so that when I get the money, I will know it's okay. Partner, we should support ourselves. We should have like rota. When you work, the other stay with the children. When one work, the other will stay with the children. And in the case of people without partner, maybe they have friends that they can pair together. When this one work, the other will stay with the children.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are difficult with when you have children job-wise. And now that my children are older and it's at school, it's easier, but when they were little, it's the childcare costs for having them in childcare all day. That was massive, and I would have needed to earn a lot to make it worthwhile. And I don't have a support network. My family is all abroad. I'm a single mom, so yeah, it's difficult. If childcare would be subsidized, that would help. That there are more crashes for little children, just more affordable or higher wages.
As I don't have support like moms or babies that to help me out, so it's quite difficult to find the work because childcare is quite expensive right now, and the salary is not that much. So how much you're gonna get paid and how much you're gonna pay the childcare? If the government can increase the wage, that like people getting more like money paid, they can maybe pay the childcare and still like paying and saving some, having someone to live with, or like some kind of job they can just get the childcare like vouchers to help the employer with.
Yeah, I think the whole childcare thing is difficult because if you need to be in work, let's say for 8 o'clock, what time is breakfast club going to be in the mornings? What time is nursery going to start? So that's where if you have, I don't know, have a childminder is expensive, breakfast club maybe starts at 8, some schools 7:30, it just can't work.
Freelancer, so I was cognizant of like making sure that I had a permanent job before I had my child and went on maternity leave, obviously. I think it's important for a woman to not lose whatever it is that they want to do as an individual, whether they have a child or not. Maybe living in Denmark. Living in Denmark will make it much easier.
We weren't ready for that answer.
Yeah, I mean, they have not only is it, like women are given the opportunity to take a whole year off, but the partner is able to.
I've got 3 boys. It's really hard working and, balancing the childminder as well because I have to do both. The example for myself, if I can't get childcare cost full amount, then I can't afford it to work. So I have to reduce my hours So that can be quite disappointing.
So I've been full-time with the kids since they were born and I have gone a bit mental. It's like I'm in an isolation tank. It's boring. It's joyous, but it's boring. I miss being a person in the world. I miss shaving my legs. I miss having coffee with people. Universal childcare. First and foremost, flatten it out, make sure that everybody has access to exactly the same types of childcare. Get men involved, change the culture of masculinity.
It did affect the kind of jobs I applied for because For me to go out and do the jobs I liked, I would not be able to afford childcare. Childcare costs would have been too high for me to go out and do the type of job I really did like. So I opted out of working. Not at all. It's not worth working. What you work and what you'll have to pay out for childcare costs, it doesn't balance living.